What?
Yes, of course they're serious. Dr. Bauer was a veterinarian, and his wife and his son and daughter, who were twins, lived in this house. And in 1976, Barbara Bauer, who was 17 years old, was murdered by Gerald Stano. Barbara, you guys in Daytona Beach getting some, am I in the way? May's Fabric getting something for her.
She's getting reading.
Well, Barbara's
Does she wear perfume or is that somebody else? Mom. No, I don't want to be back there. Why? Oh, he's getting... Is there an electrical box right there?
I don't know, but this is the most vibe I've got all night. Not just the meter, but me.
Dude, I actually got chills all down my back.
I definitely feel a vibe at this
You know
point.
why she's pissed? And do you know why she's pissed?
Why is she pissed?
Who's touching me?
We're in her driveway.
Somebody touched me.
That car's been there since 1975.
No, not in her house. She went to May's Fabric to get some fabric for her cheerleading outfit. And she stopped to help a man that was in a car trouble. And the crazy thing about this, Owen, listen to this part, okay? The crazy thing is when her body was found and her parents realized it was their daughter, they walked out of this house. This house still has clothes in the dryer, pots on the stove. It's the way it was when the parents
The next place I am about to describe was one of the most creepy places I have ever been. The house from the outside just looks like an ordinary old run-down dilapidated home. The story associated with it is anything but ordinary. In 1974, a 17-year-old girl named Barbara Bauer lived at this house with her parents and twin brother. One night she had to make a trip to Daytona to pick up some fabric for her cheerleading outfit. On the way home she stopped to help a stranded motorist that was having car trouble. This random act of kindness cost Barbara her life. The motorist she pulled over to help was a serial killer named Gerald Stano. Her body was later found in a dump on the other side of the state. As the legend goes, upon hearing the news that they had found the body of her daughter, the mother had a nervous breakdown and her family left the house. They literally walked out of the home and left everything behind. Clothes still hang in the closets, pots are still on the stove, and food still in the kitchen.
We're here at the Bauer House where we learned about it, the new Smyrna Beach Ghost store. We let them know that we were interested in buying it. We're not really, we just want to get inside and take a look at it. So we got a realtor coming down, they're going to open the door for us, we're going to go in, we're going to act like we're going to buy it, we're going to shoot some video, take some film, and tell her we'll be in contact with her. So this should be interesting, a piece of living history for all of you at SpookHunters.com.
Cause life's too short to spend alone in misery. Everybody seems to look the same. I feel so alone and now my head is bowed in shame again. So I look to the heart of the devil for answers. This path is like a loaded gun, but what's said is done. You don't have to say to
The murdered girl in this legend is Barbara Bauer. She was in fact killed by Gerald Stano, a serial killer known to have killed over 40 women. Barbara was only 17 years old when she took a trip to Daytona Beach on September 6, 1973 to get some material for her cheerleading outfit. Her car was found in the Holly Hill Plaza in Daytona, while her body wasn't found until April 1974 in a dump near Stark, Florida. No one knew who had killed her until 1982 when Stano himself decided to confess. Stano told how he had seen her on the side of the road having car troubles and he offered his assistance. Since they both had the same type of car, Barbara felt comfortable enough to accept help from him. There are no public records that detail what happened to the family personally after this. However, in 1986, after another stay of execution for Stano, Audrey Bauer, Barbara's mother, was interviewed by the Sun Sentinel. She was quoted as saying that she wanted to kill Stano herself. She said that she'd like to pull the switch on him, and if he ever got out, she wished that they'd let him out in front of her house. 'Cause he wouldn't last long. Another quote from this article says, Audrey Bauer said her whole family is still affected by Barbara's death. When the realtors arrived, we first asked them about the car in the driveway. They confirmed that this was the daughter's car that broke down that fateful night in Daytona. The parents parked it and haven't moved it since. Upon entering the house, it was immediately clear that the house wasn't just left in as is condition. It looked as if they had been using it for storage. There was a lot of nice furniture in the house that was ruined due to the elements, and on top of the furniture was pieces of the ceiling that had cracked and fallen down. There were boxes all over the place and stuff was just piled everywhere. The realtor informed us that Dr. Bauer still comes to the house every now and then to retrieve stuff, but gave no reason for the way in which the house was left. There's also power still in the house. In the front room the radio was playing when we first entered the home. It was tuned to an oldies station and that set the mood. In the kitchen, the refrigerator was still running, and there was food in the pantry, dishes in the cabinets, and pans out on the counters. Upstairs in all the bedrooms, there were beds and dressers and more boxes overflowing with stuff. There was clothes in almost all the closets and magazines were scattered all across the floors. Recent magazines too, like Sports Illustrated from the 80s. There is also a personal gym upstairs. An old weight bench and full set of weights, although rusty, are sitting in a room just waiting to be used once more. It was definitely weird being in the house. It was like a normal home, yet different. Almost like they were packing up all their stuff and then just threw it everywhere. It's hard to explain. It was very fascinating, yet horrifying, and filthy. To me it felt like walking around in a grieving family's nightmare. Words can only explain so much.
Faded pictures of the life that I once loved. With the flash, the moment's gone. I gave up all I had for something that never brought me any comfort now. I've been lost too long to know you, but I am alone here.
Bauer.